OneXBet, your world of betting. Welcome to the Epic Morning Show. So, Fambul and the rain don't begin come a lot, of course. Well, we are now, in fact, approaching the end of the rainy season. Lano say the rain don't begin come. A lot of rains they come right now. Even though August be a little bit magnanimous to 3, September back we don't begin see rains. So, you can find it difficult for do transactions, send and receive money. You don't actually need for worry anymore. It's very easy for you because EcoBank Visa card will make it very easy for you. You can send and receive money without you not get a headache anytime, anywhere, on the comfort of your couch. You can do your shopping with the EcoBank Visa card, do you shop in a supermarket, a lot of other things you do with the EcoBank Visa card. Go and get your EcoBank Visa card and of course make your transactions very, very easy. So Fambulem Lara Telapias until 2021 used for be the Auditor General of Salion since 2011, one of the longest serving Auditor Generals. Lara Pias get over 27 years experience in public and private sector finance and administrative management and oversight. Also, he holds a honors degree in economics from the University of Salon, but also in a fellow of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountant in the UK, and also a member of Chartered Accountant in Salion, board member and chair of several supreme auditing institutions in Africa and the world. As government chief external auditor, a lot of people are being praise him and again credit for where he bring a lot of changes that the public sector accountability landscape. That's why we be Auditor General. He increased public awareness about audit service. He expand the scope of auditing na Salon. And in 2015, Fambulem, Lara Pias win the National Integrity Award where the Anti-Corruption Commission organized. Impressive resume, impressive CV, right? Of course, it's quite impressive. Well, in 2021, this long and illustrious career actually faced some serious challenge, in which His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio, be suspend Lara Telopias and in Deputy Tamba Momo. Well, at that time, the government accused them of misconduct and lack of professional performance, and also the President set up an investigative tribunal. After long hearing, finally, the tribunal this year been released in report, and certainly that report not going to be a very good read for Lara Pias and Tamba Momo, than a deputy. The report makes some damning findings about the two individuals them, and the report also recommends it. And the report now a 54-page document where it currently there in the public domain, and they wait for Parliament actually debate them also. The report it recommends say. Therefore, actually remove the Auditor General, and also they also recommend say in deputy the Audit Service Board for also remove them. But also important for law also the recommendation also tell the Anti-Corruption Commission for start investigation into the Auditor General because of the way and manner in which he handled the Freetown City Council issue. A lot of issues they will go for talk about on the program this morning, but Fambulem are quite humbled and delighted for get the Auditor General on the line, well, the Embattled Auditor General on the line this morning for an exclusive interview in some part of the world. Well, it is on planet Earth anyway. Good morning, Mrs. Lara Pias, and welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Good morning.
Now, pleasure for getting on the program this morning, especially now the part of the world where they right now 2 a.m. in the morning. Am I correct?
I did some side at the work.
And early morning. Thank you very much for talking to we, Madam Pias, on the program this morning. So let's start off with you. I don't read some of your resume, of course. It's so long. I just summarize and other things that they will actually not put. They will research also. You get a long and impressive and illustrious career in accounting and auditing. What is the magic?
For me, I like to meet them do things properly. And that field they were for me safe. It just suits me. 1991, when they do my dissertation for my degree, decide say I go do a topic on auditing. And somebody sent me to a senior staff women. It's my week at the time. Now na Bikatili they been changed to KPMG, blah blah blah. So this person here, when I discussed with him, when go through the dissertation process, it make I really, really enjoy that particular part of the profession. So immediately when I done university, now I get work now Pisma week.
Uh-huh.
Now they are beginning from September 1991. So the career not to 27 years, we don't pass that. About 33 years because now September 1991, now I begin work now KPMG. And I did it 2020, and I do me work fine. Nobody not complain about me. I go work in Accountant General's office as that in we been get the reform and the public service, So then we get a project under European Union where they look for accounting experts and for help them. So I go work there for 2 years as a local consultant. And even I work there, I don't get no complaint. In fact, my boss, he was so impressed with me. I mean, he make now maybe they in charge of other charges. I be the sign government check them. Then from there now I begin going to the World Bank donor projects. Then eventually I found myself now audit service in 2007 as a deputy auditor general, and I rise through the ranks. 2011 April, when my boss be retired at the time, the State House sent to the secretary to the board say we want all the deputy they CV them. So they send if now phone have been deputy them. They send all 4 CV to State House, and within a few days I get letter from the State House for see they ask me for make an act as Auditor General. Me not be sabi nobody in a State House, I not be know who done have been the we know who done have been president, but I not been any I am, that kind of things. But I believe saying now waiting and see I be known you do not only in writing but even in practical thing, waiting and don't ask about me, that makes students say, okay, this person here, he could fit for the work. And as I don't do the work without fear or favor. We don't work as auditor them. You did go there for help the institution then. Like private sector, so you did go there for help that particular company. Government, we did go there for help the citizen them because now they now we shareholder them. That's what you do as government auditor. If you remember, say you shareholder the interest, the public interest. Now the fantastic, now the most one. You want to make sure say the people them way they pay tax to government and only other course where they support government. Them only them the one the way they use the money, they use them how they're supposed to use them. So now the secrets that they are consistently to do me work. I mean, I not defend nobody, blah blah. Just to do within the law and the rules they say. That's all.
Indeed, quite impressive. So, Mrs. Lara, you've been an auditor since 2011. That's quite a long time for get a kind of powerful position. I know say there are lots of challenges when it comes to auditing in Sierra Leone, but what do you think is the biggest single obstacle when Auditor General they really face in the public sector?
So for me, what I've been on the face up to before I suspend me was the issue of every year in, year out, you do audit, the same issue, then it come up. Basically, the MDA, them not being the take audited seriously. Basically, if you do your work, you pull your reports, you make your recommendation, them would I feel for change, 90 change, would I not feel for change, and that's it. Because I believe the serious punitive measure they not been there for stop the one they really misuse public funds them for left for do that one day. You see, until you get to that point where there are consequences for action where they use public funds, it's going to be business as usual. And that's what this is.
What's in the common pattern where actually from your reports they pull every year, some of them then get some alarming figures? What are some of the common pattern where they continuously emerge during the report where they pull year in, year out?
Well, if I can recall, because I don't do that work for 3 years now, but if I can recall the 10 where I've been there on the ground, the common pattern they may get for the procurement. You know, the procurement now they buy money, and people be think to say now they would misuse government money. Then they be get impressed. You see, impressed now they sweet for make people misuse money because you give the person lump sum for a particular situation, And many a time they're not able to explain how they explain. So if you look at the report and you go see Popusa Ukigade, impress not retired, or impress not retired with adequate supporting documents, that kind of things. Then now, of course, you get situation away, like for example, the institution go don't cut tax on assets from the staff in money, but they not don't pay over to the relevant bodies then. So the issues then they were perennial issues then we do we work.
Madam Pierce, I actually they follow you report to the pool every year in some thinking goes through them report and they to auditors painstakingly they read them year in year out. They make some recommendations. There are times they are not really being implemented. What is it like? You don't make recommendation every year and sometimes then they actually implement them recommendation and they at any point you come to the realization say, oh my God, this is not working, I have to quit. What kept you going?
So I don't send me FC because I've been quite young where I become Auditor General. Anyway, I was in my 40s. I don't send me FC when I'm 55. I did take early retirement. And I'm in my own thought I don't tell me if I don't discuss with my husband. And I'm my own personal conversation about one. Because at the end of the day, if you tell me say, look, I'm doing a public service. People are not really responding the way they should respond. I've done my part. So it's time I go do something else with myself. So unfortunately, by the time I'm 55, Papa God don't see well. Take the leave one time. Yeah.
Okay. So now coming on to the substantive issues at hand. So in 2021, when the president suspend you and your deputy and institute a special investigative panel, were you surprised?
I was actually surprised because I was always of the view that the Silent Constitution was clear in the fact that nobody knows what tell me how I do my work. Section 119, subsection 6 of the Constitution, where 9 are the grand norm for saloon, it clear. It said the Auditor General shall not be directed in the carrying out of his duties, and his name put the under law or under any other law. That means to say that office day, nobody not for touch that person day whilst he do in work. Once na a work he do audit work, nobody not for touch him because nobody not go in that position as auditor. Where the one where he the audit, we tell us he not so for the work. So really, I was surprised that so when I say now for several reasons, so we wait for waiting at me several reasons then.
So when you say you're surprised and you say they're not for touch your work also, it appears as if you are telling me that maybe you are above the law.
No. Above the law in your administration is different from how you do your work. Auditor work. If for example I be misprocure and misuse government money, then a different situation. I work with the law. But this wire at the audit, I the check how the government use public funds. So whose law is the brokerage?
So are you saying that the president not be get the rights or the powers for set up any investigative panel against you?
Well, I can't comment on that one. All I can say is that the panel, the issues them where the panel talk about, the constitution cover that. When our we do me work. In fact, in the Audit Service Act, it did it. It clear. It buttress that particular issue about you should not be directed or controlled in carrying out your duties under. In fact, the audit service now the only public institution as alone where the person where the auditor not to government person. You understand? So checks and balances then so you're not gonna say we above the law. You understand? Checks and balances then Parliament and they appoint the auditor with the audit service. The auditor did the report to Parliament. And one day, none of the auditor then since me they don't tell Parliament say this might not have been doing work. No. They never after that report they are not CIA.
So Mrs. Pierce, where the tribunal be starting work, I made for understand say you be instructing lawyers them for challenge the jurisdiction of the tribunal. On what basis did you do that?
Well, that's a legal matter. We're not going for this. Yeah. And as far as I recall, yes, the matter the Supreme Court now, so we can't really talk about it.
So they're on the public hearing. You took part, correct?
Yes, in the sense that I was present there. I was there. There was only one day in July 2022 where I've been absent. Every other day where the hearing take place, I've been did it. In fact, since on day then day, I can only dress for go. Then we like go call me say they say they're not the 60 day. Or something they then go get long adjournments, we don't know for whatever reason. Or something somebody say they're not well. So it was a 21 month of, I would say, back and forth, only for the go Sidom Nada listing. They listen to people their way. It was obvious that they were not being factual in what they were saying.
When you say people, who are these people, Madam Pias?
The state witnesses. State witnesses who, there were 7 of them, and a good number of them were staff of the audit service alone, who were people who I expected to know better, people who I expected to, some of them were qualified accountants, them chartered accountants, them, we know, so we want to tell them story then they, under oath, ACCA, wanna be members then too, might get hold of this information, and that might have a serious repercussion on your profession. If you say you are an auditor, you deliberately misinterpret or mislead somebody on how audit standards and they operate, it means to say either you don't understand how the standard they operate, or you did one deliberately for whatever reason.
So Mrs. Piazza picked you up on this particular issue. One specific witness where they call Ibrahim Barry, you know, in the audit service since 2013. So now we know in the business for a long time. He say, and they're on the hearing, it say where he file the preliminary report to you and your deputy, where una be doing a final report, what in the file on a preliminary report not reflect the final report? Why did you distort that?
So I want to make a correction now, yeah. Me, Mrs. Lara Telopias, not may be part of the audit team. Me, Mrs. Lara Telopias, I do not get involved in field audits.
What responsibility that?
The Deputy Auditor General for each audit now in the final ultimate responsibility for the audit day. In fact, now the Deputy Auditor General and then they sign off on the final audit report for each individual auditing. Me the give strategic direction, now the organization, now me you work around it. You know the area of Auditor General, the way they go na field for go check. No, you know the area dandy. It's few and far between. Me, now me design the final report where they go to the public, the big one where they come out December.
So when they sign that report, you need to do any cross check, you need to do any background check for correct the teeth and dot the I's?
I do not review. Then at the review process you talk about. I am not part of the review process of those files.
So in this particular instance, Natamba Momo Bindidi, correct?
Yes. So what's happening? I will explain something to you.
Go ahead.
You bring it up. There is no way any report before come out na the public to an auditee without the deputy in charge of that particular audit did not get the final say in that matter. It's not possible. So the one tell me say when Mr. Momo they review that audit file, when they review the file, they say, okay, how you come to this conclusion? Yeah? Where the documents the way you take for come to this conclusion? Yeah? You understand me? When the man go down look at the document, then he go down see say something wrong na yeah. And as the post-worker ultimate responsibility for that particular audit, it is in place for me to check and correct the mistake. And that is what happens. So it's not possible for say two reports. I read that in their lap. I say how 2 reports come out for one. It's not possible. You understand? One have been the interim one, then you get the final one, which had been reviewed and updated. You see? So that the way where the tribunal structure and report wetin happen at the tribunal, he clear say there must have been a need to have an independent expert before they advise them waiting for you, because they are not auditors, neither are they accountants. So you can conclude by something way you not get the experience in it, because if you been get posting amongst una or posting one they refer to when I even feel that one day, that person before you for tell una say, look, waiting this state witness is say not correct, so also the thing, or waiting this way they do, okay, now na so incorrect, then una for able for count together and put una conclusions and together. But that was not the case. That kind of a person was not part of the tribunal in the sense that he not been given advice. He not been there. Yes, he not go be judge. I think the person will be judge and all of that. But you may forget somebody when you use as a consultant or something on the side, waiting for the evidence for make sure they then get the correct understanding of it. And the report clear said they not get the understanding of how the work go, and they were misled by those witnesses, unfortunately.
So, Mrs. Spears, we see this report when you respond. Now, a 7-page document, of course, we published on Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. And it is in purple color, it bear your name. And of course, the last paragraph, they tell thank you to local and international colleagues, them, friends and families. And also, they tell thank you to your lawyer, Roland S.V. Wright. Is this particular clarification coming from you?
Yes, I did it after consultation with my lawyer.
So, why are you putting out this clarification as of now? Does it mean that you are not really satisfied with some of the things that you talked about during the public hearing?
Definitely, because if you and somebody get a matter, then una go na court or una go na meeting, because not to court na meeting, most na meeting, we engage how for deal with this matter. Yeah, you don't give your side. In the sense that I don't get witness, they will talk for me, right? The state don't give their own side. But when you look at the document, you see say now one side no more. The one we go complain, and you no more. Now the majority now the report. You understand? Then they don't give you chance for make you respond to that thing.
Wait a minute, what do you mean? Does it mean that when you go to the public hearing, you are not allowed to actually put out some of these issues?
No. Please get me right. I did not have to say anything. That is why I had defense witnesses.
Okay.
I did not have to say anything, right? That is why I had defense witnesses who were there to talk on the issues that have been brought up by the state people.
Because I was thinking that your lawyer should have at least brought out these issues that you put in this report during the hearing also.
So now that's how they tell you so. The man bring them come. He bring them come.
So you want to say not capture inside this 54 page report?
They're not captured there. They're not captured there. For example, there was this first witness we've been talking about, Mr. Usman Bari. When the lawyer, Guillaume, one of the hotel receipts there, he said, take this receipt. Take your phone. Go to the calculator. The man made the struggle. I mean, lawyer again your phone. He said, calculate this to this and this. Waiting that. You see the big mistake with the vanity. The man able for talk. He said, well, you will expect, say, you boss, when you check you work, you go make this pass. Those conversations were not in the tribunal report. Or you get the other situation where the staff go tell you story, saying, give me a letter for signing, this and that. Letter when a standard letter, we not get no business for getting to. When the lawyer asks and say, what's it make you go give this woman the letter? Anyway, you talk, oh, immediate supervisor say, take this letter, go to Mrs. Telopias for sign. Imagine. Then the lawyer ask and say, that person they will send you for go take the letter. Now in the overall say no, he gets in overall supervisor when the deputy again, Mr. Momo. Say, what you make you not go give Mr. Momo this letter here for sign? Oh, Mr. Momo been there, King told me we do COVID work. Now I say, so waiting so urgent for this letter here, went on for wait till the next day. That was not captured in the report.
So are you saying that, Mrs. Spears, this report is one-sided?
Well, I would say to a large extent, yes.
So what you also struggle to understand is the fact say you are questioning the credibility of 7 witnesses. How can 7 witnesses that you worked with closely, some of them are senior members with vast experience, conspire against you at the same time?
Well, they are the only ones who can answer that question. Now they no more go for answer. Waiting to be the motive. That thing I go say for not only or 7 me working on this service. Nothing at them 4 or 5. Then 4 working on this service. The other then have been from other institution. Then yes. Now they no more go know waiting make the effort where they make so for go and give them story then day and embarrass the audit and accounting profession na Sierra Leone because now that they don't do. They don't make the public thing to say. International audit standards thing when I we use na saloon can be just swept aside because somebody decides say not to so a thing to say the thing for go. And they encourage them in that. Those guys who went to give witnesses, the one they went a chartered accountant, they know very well that the issue of, for example, third-party confirmation, when they keep on the throw all over the place, had nothing to do with authentication of a document that had correctness issues. They know that. They know say financial statement audit is different from compliance audit. They know that. They know say the standard them for them to kind audit and then different. They know that one day.
So what type of audit did you do with the office of the president? Which kind of audit you do?
Compliance audit. It was stated clearly on the engagement letter. Compliance audit audit of compliance with the law. Right? And
because the 54-page report is in a financial audit.
Well, it clearly say it's just a report that clearly did not have expertise in writing it. Yes.
What in international best practice really talk about really third-party confirmation?
So international best practice we talk about here. Now international audit standards it fix. If na so you do, na so you forgo. If na so you go, na so you forgo. Ma explain quick. Audit service na 3 kind audit that we do. Financial statements now where the client he prepare a set of financial, we get balance sheet, income and expenditure accounts, cash flow statements. In this situation, the balance sheet, for example, will get bank account balance system. It could get debtors, it could get creditors. People away the business, or possible people away the business. If you want to go check the bank account balance, if like you get at the audit you put 100 leon and then I'm a bank local commercial bank. I want to go confirm say yes now 100 leon you get na your account because the bank will waste me time for giving that information there. I go get for ask you say Mahmoud, dear I want for go confirm say that money in a bank account. Now you go that same day now that situation there you go authorize on the document you go sign. All the services will sign, say, okay, now me give all the service, I give them go ahead for go check the balance. It's totally different from a situation where at the audit Mahmoud under compliance audit. I say, okay, then give 100 leon as special interest. The law say the public financial management regulations, it say any money we then give you as interest, if you retire with receipts, invoices, or if money left, you pay them back inside the consolidated fund. Now that's the PFM law say. That's what we make them. That's what the law say. So when I go audit Mahmoud, when I see say Mahmoud get that money there for 100 leon for interest, I ask Mahmoud say, okay, where the receipt then we for substantiate say you use that 100 leon for that interest. Mahmoud give me the receipt then, right? I look at the receipt there. I say, now you Mahmoud give me the receipt, so not so big of an other side. You Mahmoud, now you give me the receipt and say, look at the receipt then this when I for justify how I spend this money. When I put the receipt as an auditor, I say, how this receipt is also. I take me calculator, I check. He say it's 50 leons for one exercise book, but as he say when he calculates and when he extrapolates another kind thing at the scene. I know they go back to you, Mahmoud, for say Mahmoud, I want go check. I want you permission for go check that person who give you that receipt because now you don't already give me that receipt. You understand? No audit standard not exist. They not exist now, they not be exist in the past. We say when I see the kind of situation, I have to take permission because it defeats the manual purpose of auditing.
In what way?
The manual purpose of auditing, non-standard not exist. Yesterday, today, even tomorrow, we go say when you see situation like that one day, the one way give you the document, you go tell them, pa, that document you give me, I see mistake Panama. I want go check. I know so your business and in fact we get something out of the proof, the burden of proof. He left by you the auditee. The burden of proof now you the pan. So you don't confirm to me, say yes, he correct. So I take us, okay, he correct.
So Madam Pierre, there is no breach of confidentiality there.
What confidentiality are you talking about? Those documents were not discussed, were not taken to for example, if you do business with ALZ Limited, I'm not going to go XYZ for me and go check. That the same ALZ when they generate the receipt that they I go meet. You understand? The same ALZ that they are go meet. So whose confidentiality? Did I share it with anybody not party to the transaction? No. It wasn't shared.
So, Mrs. Pierce, will they go for a quick break? We'll come back. We can talk about the FCC project in which they accuse you of conflict of interest. It's the Epic Morning Show.
Hey, yeah. School here, pardon for don't back power. Oh, that's go epic.
Eh? Me sister, how you see them they talk to yourself so?
Me brother, now them picking a school business they mona me.
Eh? For say you know you give on Vista Bank back to school without tears when they start August 1. So say October 31, then they give you the Cobra and 3 months salary. When we go pay back small for over 6 months with Lily Team Pantap.
Eh?
No friend, me sister. You know, it be like the other one day. Now they are the go so.
Look me there, beard.
Vista Bank, that the bank we come for pool water, that we need Cobra and yai. If you want for no more, you can go to any Vista Bank branch when they near you. Vista Bank, service, strength, vision. Terms and conditions apply.
Mommy, Daddy, it's all me Munchie milk shortcake biscuit.
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so.
Nine put me inside. I just sell out this one. Now there I go 2, I go 3, 4. By the time I realize all the biscuits done. The sweet milky taste of this shortcake biscuits, it make an able for resist them.
Oh, Daddy, now the original Munchie milk shortcake biscuit.
Oh yes, original Munchie milk shortcake biscuits. Now biscuits where we like long term.
Enjoy the amazing taste of the original Munchie milk shortcake biscuits, where they make with real milk and it gets fine ingredients there. Original Munchie milk shortcake biscuits. It's healthy and perfect for anybody at any time. But remember, say you get for always check for the label. For make sure say you get the original Munchie milk shortcake biscuits. Munchie biscuits available now all shops nationwide. Original Munchie milk shortcake biscuits. Choose the original and enjoy the original. This they come out from Kyle International Sierra Leone Limited.
Epic Radio 99.3.
This rainy
It's so
season,
refreshing.
enjoy comfort and convenience from your homes using the BNB Cash app. Want to send money to your loved ones in Ghana, Guinea, Liberia, Senegal, the Gambia, Canada, and many more? With the BNB Cash app, you can now send and receive money anytime, anywhere. But wait, there's more. With our multi-service feature, you can now buy airtime and pay electricity bills and a lot more, all from the comfort and convenience of your homes. Download the BNB Cash app right now from Google Play or App Store and start transacting today. BNB Cash app, your all-in-one solutions for comfort and convenience. For more inquiries, contact us on the number 072 500 000.
Now the time don't come so we're covering development here for we. It's here again.
Epic Radio.
What's here again?
It's another round of Sierra Leone Integrated Household Survey, SLIS.
What is SLIS all about?
SLIS is a household survey that seeks to measure the living standards of people in the country every 5 years. It collects useful socio-economic and poverty data needed for development, policy formulation, planning and decision-making processes.
So when will the survey start and where will it be?
This survey will start on November 1st, 2024 and will run for 12 months in all districts across the country.
So how will it be done?
Because this is a survey, not all households will be visited. Statistics Sierra Leone, Stats SL, the institution mandated by law to collect data in Sierra Leone, has therefore sampled about 13,069 households in the country, and this survey will be done in those selected households spread across the country.
So what questions will they ask?
Statistics Sierra Leone staff will wear SLIS labeled t-shirts with ID cards, will come to your household to ask questions on living standards of your household consumption, characteristics, and other poverty indicators.
So what should I do?
Well, you should be on the lookout because it's possible your household would be amongst the households selected, and you should be ready to welcome and provide correct answers as a good citizen to the questions that they will ask you and your household.
Remember, this survey will help determine the poverty levels and living standards in the country and will provide data to help government and other development partners alleviate poverty of the people.
This message is brought to you by Statistics Sierra Leone Stats SL.
Welcome to the show. It's 8:14. Now the time for Studio Clock. I still get with me on the line Lagatelo Pierce, the Embattled Auditor General. He did with me on the program this morning. So they can talk about Mrs. Pierce. Another very important aspect of the report, we're also quite damning. Where the report, they say you get an apparent conflict of interest with the FCC. So the Constitution of Salon say every donation where they come to the country on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone. Now for the people of Sierra Leone. And this is being enforced by the Public Financial Management Act. Why didn't you audit the Freetown City Council, Madam Pierce?
So the donation, what did they talk about? I mean, when I read the report, I think wonder say how it possible see people and no go understand certain things. Say, how it possible see people and go kind of seriously mislead, the public in certain things then, and say it was quite mischievous to do that.
In what way?
Those donor funds, the Public Financial Management corrects money the way they come to the government of Sierra Leone, yes, but donor funds we're not kind to the CRF, the Consolidated Revenue Fund. Donor funds we not go to Mahmoud Commission. Donor funds we na Mr. X we na the donor say okay, you want for make a bill market for you not to so. The one whole financial management of the fund, not so you do because I go give Mr. Y for I go buy all the things, then I go do the procurement, I go do the contracting, we will just give the market number. So our funds then will not be managed by a public institution, will be subject to the Sierra Leone Public Financial Management Regulations or Act. How? Those funds, they are not managed by a public institution. FCC did not manage those funds.
Who managed them?
The implementing partners, NGOs, or the donors themselves.
But the funds came on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, correct?
That's not a technical language.
Clarify that for us.
We did talk about where the company, the audit side we did talk about now. As auditor then, if the money not come to, if you na FCC, right? FCC not showing the money not gonna your bank account, FCC bank account. FCC accountant not showing disperse the money. FCC accountant, no so you procure anything under that thing. How are they go audit them? I not get it. You know they within me purview for audit that thing. Where for example, we I remember that time for Ebola. When money they come on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, United Nations, they give money them. Those monies were managed by UN agencies then. We were not able to audit them because the UN agencies had their own audit arrangements. You understand? So now the similar situation like so. The money they come for the people of Sierra Leone, but not to a public institution, the manager. We your mandate are for audit the public institution. I cannot go tell CRS or you said say power want go audit you money then we come for the people of Sierra Leone. That means to say even the administrative cost of the NGO then when they work on the people of on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone because they provide service for Sierra Leoneans, I forgo audit them. Is that what you're telling me?
So until the laws provide for loan and audit them, we're not able to do them.
And a serious arrangement. I remember the time where even the normal donor funds they will be the come to like them project them so we could do na them different ministry then. It took a while before all this service begin, all this them project in there. The donor them put them foot down at the time. They say, oh, we get with your audit structure. Now when they say okay, we don't begin get the capacity for do their work then they say okay, we go make una begin audit, for example, World Bank money we can to project X na Ministry of Health and project Y na Ministry of Agriculture. That kind of situation there. Now I want to explain something to una for the public to understand certain things. Sierra Leone, we get every country in the world get their own accounting and auditing framework we then use based on international standards. Sierra Leone accounting framework, all public institutions in Sierra Leone they prepare their financial statements based on what they call IPSAS cash. Then the money no more where you receive, now where you manage, right? Now the auditor the able for audit. It did not the PFM Act. He did it. The same Public Financial Management Act. He did it. The Accountant General now they decide on the framework for use, international accounting framework for use, how for institution and for prepare the accounts. And now that's not the situation. So when then donor funds then they not come to City Council, but City Council inside the budget put and they say we want build markets, we want build this, we want that. It's going to be funded by government of Sierra Leone, own source revenue or donor funds. City Council they supposed for make sure say they put all the information there in their financial statements. The donor funds will not come to the if for day as a note to the account. You understand? In order they as part of the account for auditing, they as a note to the account. Now that's the standard C.
So Mrs. Pierce, if I can just pick you up, this is very important also. So if you not get the power for audit international funds where they come, as long as you know they are the public the account, you know things that they actually contravene section 119 and you function as Auditor General, not for audit FCC.
No, I mean we not audit FCC. FCC has been audited over the years. Every year when I go on the website of the audit service, you go see every year with the audit FCC. And also because the donor funds that we not can FCC account not audited because we not there with we mandate, that means we not the audit FCC. We need to make the public be clear on that. FCC has been audited every year. Every year. If you go there, you go see issue there of procurement and this and that because now they manage the money then. But in one day where they not manage, you not go see nothing because also they manage them. They're not broken up procurement laws, also they procure. They're not broken up contracts, and also they contract.
So Mrs. Pierce, why make the report capture specifically FCC? What is your relationship that you have with Ivo Akisoya?
Ivo Akisoya is the mayor of Freetown. She's not my sister. She's not my friend. We know each other yet, just like how I go know many people in Sierra Leone. We don't visit each other. We not fumble. So I don't understand where this conflict of interest is coming in. Because as far as me know, in we profession, conflicts of interest they appear it arise where you get a close relationship with a business somebody. First of all, the audit team we go audit that we do the financial statement audit on that city council. I was not part of the team. Also, me sign off on them. If I was part of the team, I wouldn't even have reclused myself because we don't have a relationship. That kind of a close relationship, right? So I don't understand where conflict of interest is coming about. So somebody want tell me say, if for example, for want of a name, the lady is my friend somewhere. I know her. You know, we don't visit each other, but we have a cordial relationship. If she's in charge of an organization, that organization should not be audited by me.
Is that the case when it comes to the FCC? That scenario we get to. Is that the case?
How can it be the case?
I'm just asking.
How it is not the case? FCC, there's no conversation, no documentation, no evidence whatsoever that FCC was not audited, first of all. Number two, that those funds had to be audited. They could not have been audited. We did not have the mandate to audit. If they don't have funds, then we can inside account with FCC the manage. Then a different situation.
So you're basically saying on this particular aspect of the FCC, the investigative panel then just embark on smear campaign for tarnish your reputation.
Well, I don't want to be the one using those words. Cancel the performance audit. First of all, the one that we go give evidence na the court on this FCC thing. They were not even part of the financial statement audit of the FCC. They were not. So for FCC, now two audits we do for them. We do the financial statement audits when are they money business day, and then we embark on a general performance audit on the development plans of selected local councils, where FCC fall into they be part of the sample where they choose. Number one. Number two, that performance audit day where they need to where happen so, or where they in the process of happening or was going on at the time. Not a one day audit. Performance audit is taking years for do. Performance audit is now storytelling on how, for example, passports have been the procedure for issuing passports, the renewal of licenses, school feeding program. That is performance audit. You not get money business for them. You understand? So every young man then we go give the evidence they in a court. They were talking about performance audit. Why didn't they call those staff who actually were part of the financial statement audit when are they money day? It's me they not been called as witnesses today. They are the ones they should have called as witnesses for say yes, money come na city council from donors there, but we know auditor. You understand?
Mrs. Pias, your
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
That side they then talk about letter, no letter, whatever. I think I don't begin talk about that one day. It never happened. Those men were lying through their teeth. They were lying through their teeth, and they know what they were doing. This is a public forum, so I cannot say everything. Right? They know what they were doing. Yes. The other day, I will say it so the world should know how some of them are, some of the things they have. The other day, somebody called me to say one of those witnesses called somebody close to me to say, oh, where you, mama? We go later report today in a parliament. Yes. One of those boys called somebody who he knows me to tell that person that. It is deeper than what the public are saying or are being made to believe.
Why should people lie against you when you don't say you don't do all this service with short and illustrious career? Why should people lie against you?
I can't answer that question because as far as I am concerned, I have done my best at the time I was there to make the staff as comfortable as they could within what I could do. I could remember in December 2018. Do we have time?
Go ahead.
Have time?
Yes, we do.
I could remember in December 2018 when there was a kind of moratorium on end of year bonuses. I was the one who made the effort to go to HE for them to give us approval for bonuses. And they were able to we gave the approval and they were able to have their bonus. I could remember when we noted that the salary structure of senior staff within the audit service had an issue when being compared with their colleagues in the Accountant General's department. I was the person who was going back and forth with State House to get those including. Who's bad at it? I could remember that when staff were struggling to get their ACCA exams done, we were the ones, because it didn't happen before, who made arrangements for those who were competent, who were interested, who met the benchmark for their ACCA fees to be paid.
So you feel betrayed by your core staff?
I don't feel betrayed. I just feel sorry for them. Yes.
And you don't feel sorry for yourself, because for let them accuse you, sir, accuse you, say you lack professional performance, you get conflict of interest, misconduct. That they basically tarnish your image.
Actually, the European personality is different. And people are sabi me.
You are thick-skinned.
Yes. And people always sabi me. Say they all know, say it was a cook-up story. They know that. Those who know me, know me.
And you are unperturbed by that?
Why should I be? I mean, it's a job which I love to do because I was serving the people of Sierra Leone. But it's not the be-all and end-all. There are lots of people locally and out of Sierra Leone who really are applauding me as I'm carrying on, even in this situation.
So we are wrapping up the program now, but this question also very important. So right now, we approach the grand finale of this very long roller coaster where it comes to you and your deputy. Now your fate hangs in the balance. The House of Parliament get for look into this particular issue. Are you confident that the House of Parliament will do justice to this particular issue also?
I actually never comment on parliamentary proceedings.
But you felt hanging, you felt the parliament as of now.
It will either go away, either way, either yes or no. And whichever way it goes, that's the will of God. That's fine.
So if Parliament go ahead and not get the 2/3 when the law provides, you get any idea what things happen with you?
I think we'll cross that bridge when we get to that.
If you have the opportunity to get your job back, will you take it?
We will cross that bridge when we get to that, if we get to that. But I want to say something. I just remember I want to say something before we're done. All of this conversation where the around, people that we not want to do auditing, people that we not understand the audit process, people that we not understand public sector auditing. They're auditors, yes, but they are private sector auditors. So they now everything is having a financial statement audit, account balances, third party confirmation on that process. They don't understand under the compliance part of it for authentic receipts. Number one. Number two, that report, the world should know. Not to me publish them. Me, September 11, Thursday, September 11, 2020, November 11, 2021. I there with my staff body with the get meeting at the basement of Lotto building on tidying the audit report because it is a process. They get for tidy them, they get a report writing committee, then they look and tidy them, then they go retreat, then they bring the report back down to me for final review before we go to printers. I was not part of all of that. That's that day they were them just put it in a projector for make sure say the chapters then format structure the chapters then. That was the day I was given a letter to go on suspension.
So you're basically saying that you're questioning the credibility of the 2020 report or the Surgeon's report.
I am not questioning the credibility of it.
Because you say no part of them also.
I am saying that those who are saying that issues are in the report that should not have been there, why didn't they remove those issues?
How can they remove it? Do they have the power to remove it?
Why didn't they? But why did the one who was acting as acting auditor general? You have the power to correct everything if you think, because it went under your signature. It went under your signature. So let people stop saying I went ahead and published the report. No, I did not publish the report. My only business with the report was that I was head of the organization. That was all. While the audit was ongoing, I was head of the organization. I was not part of the field work. I didn't sign off on anything. And all get things for doing it. And one other thing for people when they talk about who we smear the name of people. I know because I saw the letter eventually. The letter that was written to the third parties for confirmation, nobody's name was on that letter. Nobody's name. The letter basically stated we are in the process of doing an audit of a state institution. No name was given. We came across this receipt number, blah, blah, blah. Please confirm that this receipt was actually issued by your institution. Full stop. And the receipts that were sent to accompany those letters, all was done by email. They were redacted. So the name of the institution was not even there. So how come people are so excited that we embarrass this person, embarrass that person? How would you embarrass somebody who the third party doesn't even know who was being spoken about at the time?
Mrs. Bia, so are you saying that the 2020 report is not a reflection of your work? Let's get that clear from you, man.
I don't go know because I don't done with that. I don't see that. I read them. I don't do with that. I don't know, sir.
So since they suspend you, have you been receiving salary?
Yes. Though I have not
full
receiving other allowances. So.
But you get your salary?
Yeah.
Full.
It's okay. Yeah, I think because of I'm a constitutional position, so yeah.
So somebody can ask now, to wrap up the interview now, what next for Lara Telopias?
Well, I've been really enjoying my 3 years away from work. And the other day, I tell my husband, see, sometimes this housewife business here, it go look sweet to me. So, still thinking of, I've been writing, I do a lot of reading, there are people who ask for my help, I help people out, and it's enjoyable for me. So let's see how it goes.
Indeed, of course. We hope you get a very quiet life. But with all this hullabaloo around this Auditor General and all, you are being suspended. Is there a danger that in Sierra Leone we are giving a carte blanche to corruption?
As I mentioned in my statement, what has happened now, whichever way the votes go, it will ensure that thorough audits are not done in certain situations. If, for example, I'm auditing the Ministry of Education, and I come across a document that has suspicious, it's not very clear. This particular matter, if it goes through, we will make sure that going forward in Sierra Leone, nobody will be held accountable for those kind of situations. Imagine, I guess we'll go ask the Ministry of Education votes controller. Yeah, I want you permission to go ask XYZ say na him issue that receipt. You know what will happen? That Ministry of Education staff will quickly go to the AXLZ to say yes, you issued the receipt. And that is not what we want. Accountability of public funds. We do not want. We want a situation where we deal with the matter properly. Next time, person will fail for 2 times. As it is now, those receipts, nobody's talking about them.
So, so potentially unaccountability is having a free day.
And that's what I think. In fact, the responses from some of the hotels, they are really, really bad for Sierra Leone. One of the hotels, South Africa, and one of the hotels, you know what they said? Who made this forged receipt? Let us know so we'll sue them. It was that bad. It does not tell well.
And that receipt be come from the office of the presidency.
How I wish some action had been taken against those who gave those receipts to the auditors as audit evidence. How I wish, but so be it.
So, Madam Pierce, final question, and it's very important also. With all the damning aspect of the 54-page report we come out from the tribunal, is there any positive that you can take from the report?
Actually, it's a lesson for many people that if you are somebody of integrity, do avoid certain institutions right now.
Such as?
If you are a person of integrity, certain institutions such as the audit service, if you are there and you are being told how to do your work, do avoid it. Do avoid the institution. It's really sad. It's positive for me because I've learned a lesson that going forward, Sierra Leone's public sector institutions are not, for me, worthy of giving my time.
As a Sierra Leonean, that's coming from you, it is quite scary.
Yes, because it shows, you give public service, you expect to have support, and now you're berated for doing your job. It's very sad for the country.
So going forward, we as people of Sierra Leone, we're going to really see a dilated audit report.
I don't know. I'm not in the minds of those there, so I don't know.
Thank you so very much, Mrs. Pierce, for talking to us on the program this morning. It's a really, really pleasure having you on the program this morning. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Greetings, it's Willow White alongside Arms and Links. Yeah. Love amongst your brethren, the greatest thing on earth. It's like heaven on earth. Rastafari in birth. Listen.
Hate you say,
oh yeah.
Jealous you say,
that's right.
Disrespect you say,
oh yeah.
Let we help we say,
oh yeah.
No condition of permanent,
that's right.
If for the people in the parliament, togetherness,
oh yeah.
We bring progress,
that's right.
Let we get we country interest, and interest when we say, we all go walk up on success. Now, people, do you make we come together forever? We country just go, they go stronger. Selfish, that bad, that and Congo, so no proper. Because we bring and walk, who have a flower out back. Look how we country turn back. We get this, we get that, but still they suffer. People, do you make we come together forever? We country just go, they go stronger. Selfish, that bad, that and Congo, so no proper. Because we bring and walk, who have a flower out back. Look how we country turn back. We get this, we get that, but still they suffer.
Before let yourself, why for it yourself? See the Leonians, if I let me say, let me let me say, why for it yourself? See the Leonians, if I let me say.
unity.
Oh yeah,
Justice and purity.
that's right.
In our society. Connect with self and try for do things for ourselves. So we know go sit down. We see salon de for down. No time for put the bump and on left the only down. That's for done. Now this is precious gone. So let we get on the run. So that we done and we gone. Yeah. Check it out, man.
To have love amongst your friend is the greatest thing. That's why me meditation, I write a song, me sing. Me not hate me friend, through them a bling bling. It's a humble servant that become a king. The wicked man lose and the righteous man win. If you hate your sister, it's a big sin. Make friends to the wicked, it's a righteous thing. Tell the bad mind people not become in between. Goliath gets slew with a stone and a sling. To enter your kingdom, you must be clean.
Yeah, we let yourself. Why we for hate yourself? Why we for hate yourself? See the millions, let be said.
Hello, good morning and welcome to your Thursday edition of Sports Update this morning with me, Mohammed Tobikago, and inside Sports Update this morning. Salon left back winner Emmanuel Samadia don't be nominated for the third team for Player of the Month in the USL League. Now America, and the last one, of course, then we win the Best Player of the Month, and so we hope that Samadia go win in second one, but he don't be nominated for 3 straight months for USL Player of the Month, and he currently with the national team in Liberia. Kenya don't plan for construct, and the construction already done in fact, so they construct 2 stadiums where all go be around 60,000 capacity as Kenya go host the 2027 Nations Cup. So of course they do massive infrastructure in terms of improving the playing facilities as then self go for your country we go host the Nations Cup, and that not going to be the first time in the history of the country. Malian teenager Ibrahim Diarra don't close in deal finally as he was signed for Barcelona, the U18 inside December, and of course the player will be part of the La Masia Academy, and the La Masia Academy, of course, in the history of football, this now an academy will don't produce top players in the world, including Lionel Messi. Senegalese and Chelsea player Nicolas Jackson the renewing contract. Now Chelsea will go keep on at the club till June 2033. So the Senegalese forward, in as much as so many Chelsea supporters they say he's not doing well, but of course the coach, the executive, the hierarchy trust the player, so the player they're extending in stay one now the blue side of North London. AS Roma don't finally book medical for Matt Hummels as he will be announced as a new player for the club. The former Borussia Dortmund centre back go enjoy life back in Italy as this will be in second spell now the city of Rome. Danilo Pereira do arrive inside Saudi Arabia and he will become a new player for Al Ittihad after we PSG will agree a fee around 5 million euros for the Portuguese midfielder. Harry Nolan don't be the first player inside European top leagues this century for score 7 goals inside just 3 games. 3 first game of the season, he don't score 2 hat-trick and 1. So it means say Haaland now this century, this 21st century, in the only player who don't score 7 goals inside the team in first 3 games. History made last night for South Africa and Mamelodi Sundowns goalkeeper Rowan Williams, the captain for South Africa men's national team. It don't be the first ever Africa-based goalkeeper for being nominated as the best goalkeeper in the world. It played now the South African League for a local club, Mamelodi Sundowns, but the goalkeeper don't be nominated for the best goalkeepers in the world. We then call the Yassine Trophy. Now all this is the Inside Sports Update this morning with me, Mohammed Tobikago.
Good morning and welcome to Entertainment Update with me, Big Daddy, inside the Epic Morning Show. Today don't be Thursday, the 5th of September 2024. Well, inside we update this morning, the most talk about EP, of course, we titled Figure of Speech by Crack Twist, is 80% ready and soon to be dropped. Well, of course, this particular EP is 100% hip-hop rap song. So let's be ready for this one as it's set for drop soon. C. Joe, well, a talented singer, songwriter, and entertainer, has once again graced the music scene with a latest way in called Lucky Number. Go stream Lucky Number ID on all music platform now. Nasa F. Ayub, aka Tangais Bobo, well, don't say Pauper and get to show way aim for attend this particular year. Of course, the first one winner King Boss Ellie in show way get for happen inside Dubai and Ambassador Caldenero in show na Sugarland Beach. Well, Sinasa Ayub not in the country presently. He's far, so we get for come all the way. That's love we're talking about, All right, Sierra Leone Afrobeat hits maker Jacob the Therapist, aka the Mr. Knack, set for drop a new song way entitled 4x4. This now 4x4. Oh yes, and of course this song and teaser already they out. So let's be ready for Jacob because it for come with another hit again. Triple T. We recently released them single with King Boss Ellie. Well, get for joined the big man, of course, inside Dubai for an upcoming show we get for happen at the Bristol Hotel. So get ready for witness a great performance, Triple T alongside King Boss Ellie with the new song Winner Come Day. Of course, that one I jam already. All right, Pool Hand song by Sierra Leonean superstar Mr. Future K. Of course, featuring Melo 7, just don't hit 50,000 plays on Audiomack. And also, the superstar is +1 today. Happy birthday to, Mr. Future K, of course. Even as he celebrates today, we wish you more hits. All right, Famous Chef will be in LA this Saturday, September 7th for a one live concert. So to all the diaspora people, then be ready to join, Famous, even as Unagubadi, you already know. Leader of the, leading vocalist and CEO of the great group LXG, Negadon of LXG, is +1 also today. So happy birthday to the superstar, of course. And again, Fambulem, Epic Radio presents the Fiesta. So let's talk about this one. Well, of course, we know say this get for happen this year, definitely November 23rd. And guess what? The venue now, Beach Cafe Lombly, Bendus Drive. Why you for miss this particular one? No, tell me just why. All right, this is now all we get for you inside the entertainment this morning. But let's enjoy Pull Hand by Future K. And happy birthday to you, brother.
You know what you do me. So let for make like you know. Well, you know what you do me. Not to be cross, I quiet and I simple. Now you make you want hit me like pussy when you want to big fool. Well, you know what you do me. Just because levels don't change. Now every day you they cause to me pain. Hits me like say you know and they know me name. But you know me name, you know me name. Once again you don't prove to me say more time and now like weather way they change. Left me not do make us look under the rain. Tell me what in again. I know me no say that so love you we get relationship it against me finally. Ooh, if I be no say that so love is we get
Epic Radio 99.3. It's so refreshing.
Listen, I said you know what you do to me. How comes you best it's on your heartbeat? Why you the change password if you know the play tricks? Now you range go back drop it in I just leave. Again you know what you do to me. Block me in a status trying to make it full of me. Turn on your lesson, use that for light to me. Use the same story every day for kids on me. Plus the poison, the pain, the past snake bites. If I'm not pulling out why the fan shops life. You think I'm stupid, you messing with the wrong guy. And when I talk to you they give me that you fake guy. I know me no say that so love you we get
here we get. Relationship, you don't get me finally. Ooh, if I be no sadness, all of this weekend. Here we get. Let me have a long since.
I hope that our visitors.
Welcome to the second half of the show. It's the Epic Morning Show. This is the time is where they review a lot of stories and where the local newspapers, television, radio, and of course social media, as long as they are verifiable and credible. Again with me on the program this morning, my co-reviewer and also in-house analyst Melvin Tijamasa. Melvin, good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much and congratulations for that groundbreaking interview.
Thank you very much, Thank you.
Suspended though.
So what's on the papers for this morning?
Oh, of course, on the front page of the Premier News, it says, at 25 years, RC Bank exceeds expectations. And there is a sub-lead story that says, Moyamba, bloodless Bondorit gaining ground. Another story reads, government condemns rising violence against women. And also in this issue, musician Innocent reflects on his journey of success amidst criticism. And that story can be found on page 4 and on page 6. Miss Freetown Beauty Pageant concludes auditions for 7th edition. Finalists to compete in December grand finale. And on page 9, Kofa unveils trophy for inaugural Inter-Community Champions League. Mm-hmm. That's on the Premier News.
So the Awoko, they say IPAM addresses 4.5 million allegation amidst Buretan project controversy. Community residents and Caritas Freetown acting head reflect on the impact of International Day of Charity this and many more day on the Awoko newspaper.
On the satellite, the screamer reads, to reach completion, Tomabom Rice project needs $800 million. Wow. Minister of Agriculture is saying, quoted as saying there, and also on sublead, after appraisal of projects, it's funded in Salone. Badia Mission commends project coordinators. And also for institutional and professional support, Audit Service signs MOU with NAMIA. And financial year 2025 budget proposals, over 90 MDAs await approval. That's all the stories you can find on the satellite.
Concord Times newspaper, they say University of Sierra Leone reacts to alleged 4.5 million dubious deals. Suspended Auditor General response to Tribunal report. Trial of Sears alleged killer. Prosecution may warrant direct High Court hearing. Sluddy requests police protection over alleged death threats. This and many more day on the Concord Times newspaper. And the final pick for this morning, they come up from the Standard Times newspaper. And they say lawyer Kurabo Rice Chief Minister, deplorable state of government bosses. / President attends FAG Climate Justice Conference in Abidjan. And of course, Famula, this now gets on the papers for this morning. But Famula, you don't go nowhere. They can open the phone, of course. We don't deprive on this morning following a call in the first half. Of course, it was a very important interview, as always, that we had. But when I get for call, very, very soon we open the phone line for let Una also give you Una own standpoint on the interview we'll get with the Auditor General. But Melvin Tija Mansari, we had an interview with the Auditor. Of course, he followed. What's your assessment?
Oh, I think, firstly, thank you to the Auditor General for granting that interview day. I think that we forced it on that interview day. And, well, we wait for see if we can forget any other interview after that. But definitely, that is just adding voice to in 7-page reaction to waiting the tribunal report, they say. And there are several interesting points, especially the sticky points on whether gets the legal backing for audit donor funds or not. And I'm glad you asked the question, because the Constitution is very clear in Section 119 and the Public Financial Management that any money, be donor fund or no donor fund, once that fall on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, firstly, it should be declared to Parliament, and also it should be audited according to the Public Financial Management. So Usai did come out with that. It was quite an interesting. And also there was a muted point on conflicts of interest where it clear in your name. But when you look at the statement, it seems as if she was speaking for not himself, but also in and Tamba Momo. Which you know that Tamba Momo no able to tell we whether not true or not true that if they take government corporate, if they do private consultancy with that LKM consultancy. we're not really Auditor General talk about that. But with regards to another serious indictment, if me for me to work for government, the closing of the interview, where talk say, where you ask her, what does this mean for public offices and public office holders, where you say, it cast a doubt. It give me an impression.
It's like say for avoid.
Avoid. I mean to say, was she saying that we don't get credible people in public office? That's quite damning. And I hope the Ministry of Information and Civic Education be listening, and the Office of the President listen, and the Audit Service they listen, because they're supposed to react, particularly the Tribunal. Unfortunately, the Tribunal is not no spokesman. So it's my assumption that the judiciary able to take distance responsibility for
and then what they also learned from also the Auditor General, and what they talk about the Embattled one, it seems for the even question the makeup of the tribunal. So they say they don't get expert on board.
And that was quite serious. But we not say them be called experts then for six experts on the 7 experts on the government side, and ISEF provide expert them. So was she saying that those expert witnesses were not experts enough? Again, this tribunal have offense spokesperson for defend that report day. Because nobody know the way they spoke. In fact, from when they make the Kukujumuku report and all the Kukujumukuism around it, then just go get the report. Whether they talk for the report must defend itself. And from what you see, there is this vacuum now that who speaks for the tribunal. So until nobody know the way they talk for them, we know say they were jurists.
So basically, if you look at also the lady say, the woman, the auditor say, they say they seem for they misunderstand compliance audit with financial auditors.
I beg for defer with Madam Taylor Pierce. The report itself capture the 3 distinct types of audits. So yes, now right for cast a doubt as an expert, but from what you read in that tribunal report, you clearly see that they're able to distinguish the different kinds of audits. Expert witness, they explain the different types of audits. So for and no say again, Alfie, remember that point we talk. You need to go take carpenter for go measure fisherman.
Now it came to my mind.
Now right. Technically the use so you cannot use jurist for go try a public sector officer in a non-court setting. This was quite unprecedented. If you look section 1191, it said the Auditor General shall, in consultation with the public service, and when you go look section 137, or you go look and the preceding sections, it will tell you how judges are appointed. Their appointment is subjected on consultation with the Judicial and Legal Service Commission. So waiting like that, Pierce me to talk. So I'm sure she's well prepared. In the legal team, they're well prepared. So if it basically raise the nuance fact that the one that will do the work, in fact, they don't know the subject matter.
So she was not judged by her peers.
Of course, and I think that was. Remember, I tell you that was a big but that was a blind spot in the law. You cannot use lawyers for go try a public sector officer. So what in this mean now? Tomorrow, if the accountant general get problem, now lawyer then get for good sky. Tomorrow, if the solicitor general get problem, these are public. Go and read the constitution. There is a public service commission. What they've done with this report, they've usurped the power of the public service commission. So this is a bad precedent. So for now, when people look at this as political, this is not political. This is strictly administrative and governance issue. And definitely, waiting this don't set as a precedent now. You will appears to talk. When you go take round hole, you go put on a square peg, definitely that's what you're going to get. And she was very, very apt in her assertions. But was she right in everything that she said? I don't think so. But then they left now to the one that will be writing the reports. It left to the audit service. It left to the government of Sierra Leone, particularly the judiciary. Because at the end of the day, the reports don't come out, but Udaga can defend. And I will tell you, Tama Mamoba supposed to come out because in your area of conflicts of interest, Unoya nothing. So, I mean, it's good that she's saying this is for Parliament now for deciding. Again, what happens? I feel the last question we are ask her. What if Parliament not get the tutorial any gridlock? It will continue and not. Well, the bridge already would reach there because me no say Parliament not get for puller. So waiting for outputs in faith. So you see the losses where government put people, it still receive salary. You know, asking the question. Sure. It still receive salary. So it receive salary for being on suspension. You should make politicians have to be very careful with their action. So the calculation was poor. If you know say you're not going to find this person wanting, why you go put on suspension? Though it is still a receipt from the public purse. For me, that is the greatest disservice. You refer to a pool person, you know, pull her, you don't suspend her, though still with taxpayers' money, they go to her. And the person is now in comfort zone. Who that they lost? So then pull her, government will say, now they win, but I don't think say now government win. No. Now we the people, now we the loss. Yeah. Forget about accountability now and transparency. Where the woman can tell we say, from what now it don't say, there are not much credible people in public service. Yeah. Is that the case?
In the whole public service.
Is that the case? I beg to differ. You have credible people. But what it is talking that the yes men and Bokuna, the public service, all man for police department in the administration. Is that what we want for governance? And this now, I'm afraid, for we global ranking on accountability and transparency, it will be plummeted. On the fight against corruption, it will be plummeted because you a suspended auditor general talk say people left for run away from public service in my own estimation and interpretation. What does that mean? It means that the public sector and the public service is not credible. Is that what we want for Sierra Leone? So for me, I tell you, thank you again, Alfie. But wait till you talk, there are more to it. I agree with some, I disagree with some, particularly when it comes to if you audit the office of the president. You got the guts for go as far as doing confirmation. I agree with some that the auditee no need for confirm. Say I forgot ask third portion. No, exactly. I agree with her on that. But on saying because it's a donor fund, it should not be audited. I think the parliament need for someone again on this because technically what she is saying that if me now I go big money for people of Sierra Leone where I can use it anywhere I want. It cannot be audited. And it contravenes the Public Financial Management Act.
And maybe another aspect also, we know clear to me where I put one also. They seem for actually disown the 2020 audit report also. Do you also notice that?
But in order to do that, they wholeheartedly. Now, enough. And I would tell you whether the 2020 audit report is a reflection of our work. And I would tell you that. She meandered away. She circumvented that question. You know why I make this question important for answer? Because if you not take ownership of that work day, then it casts a whole doubt on the credibility of that report.
Of course.
And mind you, there are people already whether they pay money to Public Accounts Committee for that report. There are people that have been sanctioned. There are people whose names and institutions have been captured. So if she is not taking responsibility for the 2020 report, then who's the author of that report then? And it's about the authorship, not the publisher. Because it clearly tells you not to be a publisher. But the content, were they reflective of what he puts there? So there are so many questions and answers.
Thank you very much. I will let Philip deputy go online and pick some calls. Apologies to we callers for actually you have been calling the phone has been buzzing. Now the studio this morning. Open the phone line now. Call and make your contribution on the program this morning. Said from Central. Good morning.
Yeah, maybe we're seeing the auditor general try to see the try to disown the report. Just like you get field officials where they go do the raw data when they can analyze and change the analysis. And I think that the way they talk saying that 2 reports. No, that was not the case. The 2 reports where the witness may refer to that the one way compile. The boss will therefore verifier, before ever it comes to the main report. It documents where the woman sign I will see this soon. No. But that's how we talk about Parliament. Now you think about Parliament. It's not like for comment about Parliament. It should clearly say every year the Auditor General they report to Parliament. If Parliament should do the work we're not supposed to do. The way now they do so now. They're gonna do the council. This morning I hear and they say they have in the council there. They need for council can begin educate them and tell how to manage all for paying government money for one day establishment them. Because they take the general report serious over the years. And that is suspect. And maybe don't say when the Auditor General will begin talk, some of them say just expose themselves, just like our mail would say. You're going to talk about South Africa. We will tell them about South Africa. Then take him them and tell them the people who wouldn't tell them, they take them to court. I see one panel report where they talk about, I know soon I don't read that. But Gambia and I one suite, they cost us to $2,000 per night. You will let from
Indeed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Said. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution on the program this morning. 7994993. Call and make your contribution on the program this morning. We have kept you so long, so you have the platform now to call. Good morning.
Good morning, Baggy.
Lamin Samura.
Yes. I think this whole thing expose this current government. They promise we new direction and that they will fight against corruption. But now so they fight corruption, this kind of way, the person way for lead you to the fight, way for show you the road for fight corruption. You disgrace and this kind of way, and you say you want for fight corruption, now so they fight corruption. I don't believe so. If they be really serious about fighting corruption, believe me, this woman not to them send after them for the thing say for Poland, or then the Poland say not to this kind with them for Poland. So we clearly know say they are then come for fight corruption. And I want to believe say the SLPP government then will get for left this country in a worse state in terms of corruption than solving corruption problem. Believe you me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lami Samura, for that contribution. The 799-493 call and making contribution. The phone is constantly buzzing on the show this morning. Good morning.
Barry.
Bumper.
Yeah, you see, Hosanna, pussy time. And President Bio praise this woman under Ibikinte. Now look now how he want to tarnish the woman, a character. But when you look back to waiting the apple, not only for council, don't no fund they come for state house, don't no fund they come for ministry, don't no fund they come for parliament, don't no fund they come for the judiciary. Even to what they say, so they go, why council? Would they ask yourself why? But waiting more interesting over me to what this woman is about where he measure the issue of compliance of third party, you know what you see? Fake receipt, signature then, this, that, banya fake it, double dipping, come up from south, go yonder. Outside the fate of this nation, they go. See this woman talk so. We learn so many things for her. He said this thing they happen before that under EBK. They happen. But now the way how the audit service them, then they report and send to we. And they say open all day. Because there is no checks and balance. And don't forget it's about best practice, not so we unite. And then they people they fail for realize.
Thank you.
Say now international best practice now they get any country with. But look how we on status there and how the human don't tarnish we. As he said, good for let we write to him about.
Thank you very much, Bumper 3, for that contribution on the program. This morning is the Epic Morning Show. We still get callers, they call constantly on the program this morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
I just want to make reference to Lara Tilopias, where they say the money when they come for do not fund them for city council, they not get preview for all the time. She's right, because when they do not fund any, they come, if they send her to an institution, right, let's say like USAID or any of their organization in there, they get the auditors there. When they audit their accounts.
Uh-huh.
So the public, of course, like Auditor General don't get a mandate for audit there, because then get the private auditors they do the audit. We will prove say yes, this money will come. They use that in the best interest of the organization. And my own contribution that in the matter for me.
Thank you very much for that contribution. The 799-493. Very interesting what is happening in the studio. We come to the calling, the line, constantly the buzz. Padauda, good morning.
Good morning,
Yes,
Epic Radio.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now this weekend talk, Epic Radio, I think it don't take over all other, media houses. Forget this lady for can explain all man in the doubt in this country, and it talk so eloquently. Where the lady they talk, I just the member. If God go give me God picking like this, a land like this, I go be very happy, So, but at the end of the day, let we wait and see how the whole end up.
Agree with you.
Because I see waiting the ACC talk yesterday. I see one post where he put where they ask about where they hand over this lady in document into her. It's saying they keep her until Parliament done with waiting then they do before it go take any action. And as well say na so no more again for be Lady Pierce, we all dey pray God that you come out of this kind of thing successfully. God will help you, to make you fight this kind of fight and come out. I mean, in the way we all they expect. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Pa Dauda. A prayer coming from an old man. Of course, thank you very much for calling the program this morning. Lord, pick some calls. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, Lawrence from Ivan.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Last year, a tribe or a small. It is unfortunate. I don't know the reason why they make one and not be left on the radio more for question somehow. Because Mr. Bay, I've been on the battery with a but from the starting of the program, Mr. Bay start to show say yes, there's so much of guilt there, you understand?
How?
Last year, players don't work for a long time, you understand? But not until when they start to audit them now, that they start to audit for 3 months, 4 months, you understand? That is shows for time for the process. But in explanation, side that they will say the talk as player, side that they play, side that they will be saying it's not player. I mean, really want to ask them. If you do it internal, you understand? When did she really audit the former first lady? How extensive did she audit the former president, you understand? Then one thing is when you don't come up now, the way article is pressed with the full document, they just almost exactly the Auditor General's report, you understand? It is not happening now, you understand? The money they come for the citizens of this nation. You said, no, you don't get right for auditor. No, but no, it is not fair. It is good way she's receiving her salary. But at the end of the day, she will have her say. But make it go again, it will be difficult.
Thank you.
Passion. That lead us to the day. Thank you very much. Which man they not go survive that this nation.
Thank you very much, Lawrence, for that contribution to the program this morning. 9:15 at time when we see the clock. More calls are coming in on the program, and of course, as they come, we pick them, land the clash, the balls. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Mami. Go ahead.
Howdy morning, Papa.
No bad.
Yeah. You see, this country, we person talk, they say that politics, this, that. But this government, the way they don't marginalize women, them, it's too much. One, the mayor, marginalize them, whap out stick, beat them, attack them na beach, Femi Claudio school, put her in jail, tell her all kinds of things. That woman go do a convention, they go attack her. Now we all been did it. They go attack that woman with police there. You know, something in there, we possibly talk, they say na politics. And this is to politics, na reality. You see, this government really, the way that they molest woman them, and you see now where the woman they explain. You see, during APC time, where this woman be they talk about corruption, they pull in reports them. Except people they support that woman there, and we only they support her because we want let we country go before. You see, but today like today, it don't talk politics. You see, so now that's me gets no more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much for that contribution, Lady Mami. 7994-993. Good morning. More calls.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, Castino.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Really, this one I interview, you don't really make me day today. I feel happy where I get out my day. Where I get high respect for, I pray that God will continue for protection. As they say, this government, the SLPP, they really know necessary, they're not patriotic with we, We all remember when they be there in opposition, when this woman be the pool report them. That they praising this woman. Even the president now, it be the quote from the human reports where they refer to the APC, saying the corrupt government. Now this woman don't come for let he partner with the president as the promise you say that they can't fight corruption. You see, so like not to they between them say for fight corruption. They just say I'm just a kind of a word of mouth. You see, so this woman as they say now woman way na credible woman. It's not perfect as a human being. But wallah, it try. The only problem when we convince and I get to this government, now we expose the office of the president, the highest office for let them get a set receipt. Say then go na in a hotel where then go get the receipt. And the way the woman go for like check now if confirmed in a fake now it get problem. We all know again the office of the first lady. So like all that here, if the even the teacher to you when they say they can't face corruption, therefore don't embrace this woman and see how the way forward for this country. But really, you know, they are the heart to say they face corruption.
Thank you.
So I thank you so much. You continue, God to protect our money.
Thank you very much, Castino from Lungi. Very, very interesting conversation they happen also on Facebook where I go read some of the messages as they call to the coming. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Go
ahead, sir.
First of all, social part being spoiled. Now about that 2000, some hundred of back of rest, which I need to come with. Then come with that rest, they for we on school picking the way that they go to school for letting they cook for them. The case come up, believe me, ACC, they look that case, they say they not get no evidence. I wonder when I call the ACC boss, spend that shit, they now ask her about this rest here. Me take them, that rest, are they being that rest day? How that rest they lost? Then they say they not get no evidences. The mommy when you interview this woman, anyway, let God guide them, bless them, let God protect them. The mommy was all active. They then full and they say, well, you go, she don't force in a corner. Why? Salon, I'll go for hand bar. How salon they go to?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pa Musa from Dua Zak for your contribution this morning. 9:20 at the time from the studio clock. Let's go and line and pick some more calls. If you know the rest this morning. The Lion, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So, yes, sir. You know, let Allah help you this country.
Amen.
Yes, sir. You know, say, even them, like you and your brother, I believe, say, when you did valid journalist, they do, if what happen, you know, they work for you, they work for you. Everybody, they work for you, know, they work for. But Salonia, bruh, politicians, them, I don't know if they think they get for die, or you think the way Kapu say, when ready for go, what did they happen? They go with empty hand. What did they happen? That money we get, the way don't get at all. Even you can't get them, another for food, but I any minute they catch them. Nobody tell you. You know one thing, why they ask God, if you say this woman, he worked genuinely for we, if you say, now the right cause in the pan, let God not able make them disgrace them. Let God make the one the way one disgrace and let God make them disgrace. So if you say, either pan koni, if you say, in self, you know, the only pan that don't open, they allow no make him so. Anybody waiting for we for the right cause, the way one out Saloma, how they suffer in this country. But let God help we know, but good leaders the way, you know, where they think for them tomorrow, when they reach at their grave.
Thank you very much, the Lion. Thank you. Thank you very much, the Lion, for that spiritual dua that we give you this morning. 7994993 making contribution on the program this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Abdul from Juba.
Go ahead, Abdul.
Why is it that the woman halatif na State House and no halatif na FCC, African City Council? So people they miss all that. Then they make the woman like say na angel. One of the mistakes we been do now where they say lead way, Mr. Appropriate money way boku pass the country GDP. People don't forget all anything in the back. I wish if I don't do to the low self ask about small company where na this guy na borrowing just they leave. That thing be na AYV listen. Let people let this politics, let politicians what they call. I'll be honest with this country. That woman not to angel. They don't make mistake, even you collegian to the talker. So let God help me.
Thank you very much, Abdul from Juba. 9:22, time for we see the clock. We will wrap up the program exactly 9:30. One gets more of we callers than for call on the program this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Barry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just did the keke rider.
Go ahead, sir.
What you want to know about this money? I just want to know if our government is pay them on a donor partner they pay, and I don't know what they help me for. Then in the other way around, if in our government they pay, what the government is trying to gain by suspending this woman? Because we are not seeing that to this guy for gain. What do they want to prove? The woman don't sit down for complete 3 years. 3 years completely they collect salaries. What is they suspend her for now? For me, they're going to pay almost 3-1. Me this country, I never understand. They have 3 businesses, 2 of them. Then look back, the turn back whether for the Nigerian they should 3 months, they don't go work, then they say for pay them. Then what's we don't work now? Can you imagine? We don't taxpayer money now on again at the show. Then what they use the look sack now, even this show, that's why they are in it. So for so late. For let them use the money, they send up for the taxpayer, the way they spend loans for they take it, eat them. But you will not get nothing for talk. Or not get something for talk, not get nothing for talk. But when you talk, you get party to kill them when they begin watch you that day. Most of them no concern, no one the party. The party is now for how the country they go, now that they want to know. Complete 3 years, you know, work, then you collect salary. 3 months complete, they not go work in a parliament. Then go there, they collect, you pay them the money, they eat them. Who will have to case legal.
Thank you very much.
If it's not a good thing that they do it, let God trade them with their family and the picking when they not born. If it's not a bad thing again, Allah go.
Thank you very much, me brother, for calling the program this morning. I will answer the other aspect of your question. Now, from the state consolidated fund, they pay the Auditor General. So now me and you taxpayers' money. Very important for you, Dandy. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Me na Mohammed, I call from here.
Yes, sir, Mohammed, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, you are melding them within our studio.
Of course, it's still there.
Me, I want to lead the campaign against melding.
What
did they talk about this man? Or can't defend now? All a lie. Yeah. Me then these are privy to this woman report. This woman gets special account na Kabbalah with
7994993. We don't lost me brother from Shell. Call and make a contribution on this particular issue. But again, also, I mean, you cannot just come and begin make some accusations without really, provide any proof anyway. So, good morning.
Good morning, Alfie.
Yes, sir. Concerned
citizen Cleveland.
Go ahead, sir.
Very interesting. I better with the caller, the phone just go for himself. Make we be civilized. Know the words they will for come, they tell people and say then they lie. Mm-hmm. Away from that, maybe don't know say this political comedy we get for enjoy. One thing we don't agree, Lara on side. At the big epic, you see when I say this platform for educate and inform and entertain. Una they do so very well, pretty well. Una try bring Tamba Momo.
Of course.
Make we get it from the horse's mouth. Instead of getting him for can clear. One thing when me they say, make you always say I get problem with we constitution, then they always short at the leg. You understand? If you are waiting that mommy say before it will work. It get ethics and procedure where they go by, we govern them. When the constitution get under power, and the financial act or how they call them. You see, a lot of drama. You see, with this drama on and on. You see, how this woman go don't do so good job for make we commend them and waiting them with the bring and calendar. One question I go hack, leg for hack and Lara. As you say, join a lot of law for auditing firms, international waiting. They go let for take for action to them firms and they for make as you say the third party where see the receipt no one take action for defamation of character for make them take action.
Thank you very much.
I go let for waiting Laura for defamation of character for fight this case.
Thank you very much for your contribution this morning. 2 more calls, then we will wrap up the program for today. 794-993. Very interesting conversation they happen on Facebook. They can't read them very, very soon. But I mean, the phone they constantly buzz in the studio this morning. So let's see. Log on Facebook. Please let you know. I know we would for continue for talk this. If you flash, we actually call you back, but they disrupt the phone in program. So please stop beeping our phone on the program. If one call you call, then we pick up you call. On Facebook, so we're gonna know where they constantly continue for flash. Also they disrupt the phone in program. Tunde Scott from Facebook, they say Lara's only crime was to do her job professionally. We all know that they booted her they booted her because of the auditing of the office of the president, which resulted in a scandal. Of course, this also comes from Femi Boston K. They say, well done, Epic Radio 99.3 FM for this great interview from Embattled Auditor General. Toy Tocket, they say, good morning. A woman of substance who has maintained her integrity since I knew her growing up. Keep on doing your good job. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny, go ahead.
But me, this whole thing when we talk about Naga report come out, but it is somebody that they don't go do auditing, and you know the accountant general with them for submit their report there to you for review. How can you say you are not part of it? You know me, they part of what not? You see, like some drudgery in her explanation. You know, either it hesitate making us talk something where maybe and see the matter still there in the process of giving final verdict after Parliament. Go don't give a decision or whatever. So, like, there were things she was very much hesitant about saying. So, waiting and see. And the profession gets in code of conduct in ethics. So, I meant to look inside the bar. I asked that question in terms of waiting that the judicial or not. But, like, you be saying you don't know who that do bad work. But me go tell you say the bad work was from the drafters of the Constitution. Now, they do the bad work. Because in the equate civil issues with judicial, whether Marina civil server they get judicial aspect of it, then I say penalties to be levied must be like for SACAM, like a judge not for the sack or not for the I think it's the drafters of the Constitution because they feel think they will one day fall foul of all these reports where they will be found one thing. So it's like leaving an escape window. Because some people are never thinking they will leave the power. So it was like, let's leave an open space for us. So in case we are being smoked up and there is no way that escape us.
Thank you very much, Johnny, for your contribution on the program this morning. See on Facebook, Karimu Kenneth, they say, I sense Lara had issues with her successor Aziz. Victor Akumengot, they say, let us hope that when the Public Accounts Committee is deliberating on the report and its recommendations, they will have independent, qualified and experienced auditors to guide them and justice will prevail in the end. So most of the messages are commending the interview on Facebook, so I will skip them. Lana Bona with some of the recommendations. But the ones them way also, Karimu Kennedy is a very complex issue. Silver Blyden raised this issue. So Julian Meyer, they say, if you don't understand about something, how can you make a case about someone? So these are the messages. Gabel, they say, thank you, Mrs. Pierce, for come out with the truth. I read them as I see them. May God continue to bless you and your family. Ekundayo Roy, they say, where person sabi in work is so easy for explain, yeah? You were not professional accountants, self go understand. This other message also they come from Abdullah Said. They say that's how the world is. Don't trust anyone. Human being is dynamic and not reliable. Last lucky call on the program this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm John from John Street.
Go ahead, John. Hello.
The Lara law say people of integrity not dey na the public service. He say if you get integrity, you dey na the public service, you for fear. John from John Street.
Thank you very much. Now you will be the last lucky call on the program this morning. Melvin, just 1 minute, please.
Thank you very much. And I think themselves don't get their own say. With regards to whether Public Accounts Committee gets qualified auditor, yes, somebody from audit service, they were assigned to the Public Accounts Committee for expert opinion and qualification of the issues. The other person talks, how can Lara distance from the report? That's again a question. I agree, there is a constitutional flaw because the same constitution will say any money where you go take out now for and on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, you for first tender into Parliament. So if you make them known to you disclose unto Parliament, why it should not be audited. I cannot wrap my head around that as to the exemption or exception with regards to donor funds. And it contradicts the Public Financial Management Act. And that comes to the point where we talk, say, I mean, a lie. Well, first in the epic, book a liar because we get a rigorous management structure. We get a very prolific editorial system. We get background researchers. So when we come here, if you talk with a lie, we bust them. We go tell you, say, this is not true. So I take unkindly to that, but now sooner you right. But let me know what we tell people in the public, and obviously a decent for when you not even get it through for can tell somebody say it a lie, but that's a salon don't turn. I have never held or hold a brief for Lara or for the government if you don't hear me. So go and go listen me kindly. Even when they submit now, I am talking about the merits and the demerits. And I can't dare so for can begin support Lara like many people do. Then are the rights for support Sam because of witness. But waiting one for caution now that if people are saying she is not a sinner, I will also say she cannot be entirely a saint. And one of the callers they talk about dodgy. And I think say myself all that feeling that some of the questions she indeed dodged the questions. But government they and they can explain for themselves. Citizens are political. Well, all the people are right. Melvin campaign. I think say that don't answer. Mohammed, now you right for say what you want for say, but for the respect we serve. Again, Johnny they say, you know, say people are not day of integrity or credibility. He say if you get, we also be Creole. And say, "Int no master." That was called an innuendo. She was suggestive of the fact that generally people who are in a public service are not credible. Because if you say if you think we the kind of public service, what about the one that we did? You don't even be rocket scientists. When you talk to people who are not intellectuals, you just need to say one word and they can make what they call interpretation to it. If you are casting a doubt on whether people should come to the public service or not because of your own case, you got a problem now. What are you saying? And again, I agree with the person who say it indicts the successor. Technically, that's what she is doing. Because the person is saying, now inside the 2022 audit report, go and go read the report again. You read the woman in interview. Who are the author, who are the signer. You need to know the fact then. So Fambun, I think say this is a long run matter, but waiting me go on for Nona that what if Parliament now for Pulara? Waiting will be in faith. So it's just like government chap, and I agree with that person. 3 year person that they work in the pair. And what if now Parliament not go for Pula? Waiting will be in faith. So they go pay for letting the work. So you see why maybe the government for we don't calculate this action before taking it. So what if there is a gridlock? 2/3 not the 99 MPs for selling the remover. That's what in your faith get for the it's free money, you know the work where people and they people and they hospital and they so hospital not even get light. Road and they look at them bad. Light business on side and they don't get light. So you pay somebody. You know most of the pay the Auditor General.
Other person point of view go say the government don't get what he want because she's out of the picture.
Ah well, who wins? Nobody wins and the people in we lost. Because our state money just to go for nothing. I agree with that person, but interestingly, we talk about women's empowerment, GV. But for men and Pulara, we don't see 50-50, women's forum. No women's group never stand in solidarity with her. So let me ask yourself, this gender children can talk about, are they really serious about it? Because you know, so other side of me know, in Ghana, where the attempts to pull the Auditor General, we see voices the way come up. But in this case, apart of ban and other civil society, they will be talking about reports, 50-50, women's forum, they no pull voices. So this is about woman business, so I'm sure this is about governance and accountability. Somebody say Lara is guilty. Well, me no go say so. Now only a court could say somebody guilty, but the tribunal, as per the tribunal report, yes, she is guilty. Until Parliament say otherwise, ACC to act. ACC then they wait for Parliament. I think say for me, on I would say be the one there. That sophisticated, that dangerously educated guy, you don't get reward. So it better let them wait basically, but it just shows that independence of institutions are questionable because if Parliament impede the work of the ACC, they ask what's the nexus there. By right, for the expect ACC for do their own independent investigation and just contradicting the chief minister say in the follow up now on waiting ACC for do on our Parliament for remove. So if ACC say that technically ACC they tell the chief minister and say, "Pa, now this you want to, but with the wait first." So you ask, where is the coordination? Where is the consistency in governance? And so Pa Dauda, he say. Well, Padauda, in a voice of wisdom, I agree with you on that point. That where you listen to the interview, again, this issue, let me not forget, it's not about party issue. Sure. This is not about SLPP versus APC issue. This is strictly about due processes being followed or not followed. So when people want to look at from a political lens, I want to beg them, do ya. And for me, the biggest elephant in the room, and I stand for challenge anybody. You cannot tell me that you know the audit FCC because of audit donor funds at the FCC because they are donor funds. No, I was in Parliament where Parliament at one time attempts for audit investigate non-governmental organizations. Go and look at the NGO's policy. Go and look at the Constitution. So I think we need to get an harmony on that, because if not, it will be a subtle avenue for money laundering. It will be a subtle avenue. Are you going to tell me say people are going to beg money for salon government not get right for interview for investigate? Then I need support government in all of this. But that side, I think I stand with the government position that the donor funds, once they are meant for and on behalf of Sierra Leoneans, they should be audited. They should not be exempted. I don't think the Constitution get any exemption. So for Lara, for older, for me, lame argument day, I think you just need to be somebody clever for no, so that argument cannot hold water because of that. Again, Samba Momo, I agree with that caller. A need for can explain himself because we already explain. Now himself nobody defend no, but when you watch his 7-page, it's telling for them 3 be the rights for. But in this case, he writes but he not writes about that conflict of interest of Samba Momo, na LKM and consultancy. Nobody's talking about that. You know, it's easy for local to and discredit government or waiting people that they do not government. But it asks for let people to see reverse the picture. In this case, there are genuine questions to be answered by Lara, by Tsamba, and by the audit service. You cannot run away from them. So this is not about government versus opposition. No. And at the wait for the lawmakers there, whether they can take this issue up. Because at the end of the day, if they take a political lens, then the chap. And the biggest chap get for me, that how will this woman continue in office to get money and in order to do the work? People are there, they cry for money done. Other people are there, all the work get paid there. It's constant.
So many unanswered questions.
We need to think and
thank
change
you very much, Melvin Tija Masari, for always your insightful contribution to the program. So the end the program for today. But before we go, let's just leave you with this one. In the common form and Rand, we say you can ignore the reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring that reality. This is crucial. Let me go again. You can ignore the reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring the reality. And then they left you with thank you very much to my producer Teresa Thomas for really being behind the scene and bringing this particular interview for today, and also guys from the Epic and Slick Television control room, and also to me me DJ here, DJ Rockstar DJ. He's a new addition to the show, and also and all the other people they make their contribution on the program this morning. Join us tomorrow on Friday. Friday is going to be, we are going to be reviewing papers. We look at the biggest stories where they look at on the program tomorrow. Until we meet them, thank you very much for the privilege of your company.